welcome back to She Say Sports. Today I have with me House Representative Christopher Bell, House District 65. Representative Bell, how are you today?
Doing Sonia Stamps doing great today. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining the show. Um, Representative Bell, tell the listeners a little bit about yourself.
I represent House District 65 here in Jackson, Mississippi, which incorporates Hinds County. It's a up and coming district, very thriving, very lively, uh, multiracial district. So that is my district. I'm a graduate of Jackson State University, the I love,
Right.
and a former member of the Sonic Boom of the South.
Right. Okay, great. Well, Representative Bell, as a lot has happened in our country in the last month since the murder of George Floyd. And one of those things has happened in the state of Mississippi. Earlier this week, June 30th to be exact, Governor Tate Reeves signed a bill that changed the state flag of Mississippi. And, sir, you were a part of making that happen. The proposal to remove the flag was passed by both the House and the Senate by more than two-thirds majority needed to override a veto, had the governor decide to try and block the bill from becoming law. So thank you so much for being part of history. You and Senator Wayne, I'm sorry. I mentioned you both because I've known both of you most of my life, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a great day for the state of Mississippi to be able to come up with a bipartisan effort to have the flag removed, to come up with a suspension resolution first and foremost.
Okay.
To say, hey, we've passed the deadline to file bills. This is important enough to open back up that process to file bills, be able to file a piece of legislation to get rid of the racist symbol that we currently had.
Great. Did you ever think we would see the day the Confederate flag will finally come down? Especially me and you are both born and raised in Mississippi. Did you ever think you'll see the day?
Nope, not born and raised in Mississippi. I'm the
Oh,
Chicago.
okay, Chicago. That's right. I forgot. But you
Yeah.
were raised
Right.
here.
So part of it is yes and no. I knew it would come down eventually, maybe not in my lifetime, but to see it during my lifetime and to be a part of the process, be a part of the planning and the conversations was very it was an emotional deal to be able to come in and have a conversation with my Republican colleagues, to have them pretty much, kind of loosen up their hardcore feelings about the state flag. And as one of my, I come to work every day, there's a guy that parks directly in front of me. He has the American flag and he has the Mississippi State flag, the former Mississippi State flag, all on his vehicle. And this morning to pull in, the car filled with American flags said a lot.
Wow.
He moved every Mississippi flag that he had on the car.
That's amazing.
Right.
That says a whole lot. And I know, although the flag is being removed quickly, most people that love that flag, they say that's a part of their heritage. So with that being a part of their heritage, it's also in their heart. So I know we have still a long way to go, but for him to even remove that from his car, that's a start. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Really does. And you mentioned, being a part of the process. How does it feel being a part of that? How does that feel, Representative Bell, being a part of history?
You don't think about it at the time while you're going through it because you're focused on, for me,
right.
You're focused so much on doing what you need to do to secure the votes to get the flag removed. Being a part of history, honestly, was not my thought process. It was trying to convince those other individuals that weren't open to removing the flag. I mean, when we started this process, Monday, June 8th, at 3 p.m. in room 114, there were 10 individuals, bipartisan group of individuals, that we came together, said that we were going to talk about what we could do to get this flag removed. Well, By the time we left that room, we were all charged with doing different things, of contacting different members in the House, as well as the Senate, to see if we can get the flag removed. I'm sorry, to get the suspension resolution out so we can have the flag removed. We left that room. We knew for a fact that we had all of the members of the Democratic Caucus and Legislative Black Caucus, Mississippi Legislative Black Caucus. But for the Republicans, we had about 8.
Wow.
And we're in a body of 122 members. We only had 8 Republicans that were open after we had that conversation to removing the flag. 2 weeks later, individuals worked on different things to get the ball rolling, the process rolling. And it wasn't just one individual that can take credit for all of it. Not one group that can take credit for all of it. This was one of the most organized, unorganized campaigns I have ever been a part of. The ball started rolling. It was just a downhill snowball effect. I mean, it was literally, you had people calling me that I didn't even know they had my number or even knew who I was.
Wow.
You had folks that were on the Senate side, a group of, I mean, literally, if I could share it, a group of folks that you wouldn't even think want to see the flag disappear. For the catalyst on the Senate side getting those votes done. It was a beautiful campaign, and it was all done by God. Don't
Totally.
don't realize that. But it literally was one hell of a campaign, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
So proud of you right now. You know, I've been knowing Representative Bell for probably 30 years now. Has been one of my very close friends, and we cut up we've cut up quite a bit in the past years. But this is the most proud I think I've ever been of you. I'm so proud. I'm excited about everything that's happening for you in your career. But this is amazing. It really, really is. Oh, what? Well, if you're 30, then I'm 25. I like that. Let's go back. I love it. So, Representative Bell, the new flag design will be voted on in November of this year. A 9-member group is to be selected to design a flag to be voted on. Is this correct?
This is correct. The commission will be set up 3 appointees by the governor, lieutenant governor, and the speaker of the House. They'll be commissioned with determining from a selection of different flags being submitted by the people by September 14th. So this is a fast-moving process.
Okay.
And the flags are adopted in November by a majority vote. We'll have a state flag. If we don't, we'll go back to the drawing board and have another commission. Okay.
Now, there's a very popular choice, the Stennis flag, that was created and was introduced in 2014 by the late Senator John Stennis' granddaughter, Jackson artist Lauren Stennis. It has since been renamed the hospitality flag. Is the Stennis flag, or should I say the hospitality flag, an option on the ballot?
I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm not sure, but there's a possibility. And if it is, then the people will have an opportunity to vote on it. And I've heard all of the problems that they've had with the flag and, Lauren Stennis being the author of it and that it's about her grandfather. At the end of the day, I don't care if they put a bear on the flag with a jacket and pom-pom. I'm happy.
Well, that'll work for us because we're Bear fans.
Exactly.
And Jackson State, so I'm fine with that as well. Can you elaborate on what's been, you said there's been some uproar about being John Stennis' granddaughter.
Right.
Elaborate.
So you've had groups that say that, and I didn't read all of her interviews and what she put in the local papers or what have you.
Okay.
But for the most part of it, some of the flags represent the Civil War battles that was fought between the North and the South. And, the red stripes on it was for the blood lost on both sides. Star in the middle was, quote unquote, is a inverted Bonnie blue R for the Confederacy or whatever. And, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't care what they put on there.
Right.
As long as it's not stars and bars of the Confederate, I'll be a happy camper.
Absolutely, absolutely. So on June 19th, the NCAA announced the ban all championship events from taking place in states where the Confederate symbol has a prominent presence. Ban only applied to Mississippi because at that time we were the only state that featured the Confederate emblem in its upper left corner. Now, Georgia's state flag also contains Confederate imagery. However, as of now, the ban was only for Mississippi. Last Thursday, Mississippi was warned by SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey that the conference will consider not holding postseason events here unless the state flag changes. Do you think that the ban and the loss of millions of dollars was the catalyst that finally called for the change of the flag?
I'm going to be very honest with you. It was a combination of everything. George Floyd, the protest around the world. You had protests in Jackson. You had leaders in Jackson calling for the flag. It was a number of issues. Business leaders had come out years ago about it. Speaker of the House came out. It was just a perfect storm. Yes. NCAA, CC, I'm sure they had a part in this process as well. Like I said earlier, there was just no one individual or group or entity. It was all of us combined made it happen.
Right. I agree. And, going back to George Floyd, it's amazing. It's been several blacks in the last 6 to 7 years that have been killed by police, and they weren't armed. However, George Floyd's daughter, and I don't know if you saw the video, I'm sure you did, excuse me, said, my daddy, you changed the world. And it's amazing because his death has been not in vain, for one thing.
Correct.
I hate that he is not here anymore, but however, I am thankful that because his death, things are changing, things are happening. He passed on May 25th. It's July 1st. So much has changed since he left this earth, and it's because of what happened to him. So it's an amazing thing. Definitely, it was not one entity that made that change. So you're absolutely right. Besides the ban by the NCAA being lifted, what does the change of the flag mean for Mississippi sports?
For Mississippi sports, it means the opportunity to have, of course, the games here. Now, that ban will be lifted by NCAA as well as the SEC. Mm-hmm. But it also means that you will have an opportunity to have athletes to come in and play under a flag that represents all people of Mississippi.
Absolutely.
They won't have the opportunity to see a racist flag that fly over them or a symbol that they have to look at on our government buildings, our local buildings, and at our capital, our city halls, and things of that, places of that nature. I mean, it's a new day in Mississippi. We have opened the door to more hospitality, more economic development, more players to come in that have said that they're not going to come because this is a racist state. But we have opportunity today, July 1st, to let everybody know that Mississippi is open to the world.
Right. So, you mentioned the players not coming because of the flag. There have been black players who have actually left Mississippi teams because of this flag, one being Kylan Hill, a Mississippi State running back who led the Southeastern Conference in rushing last year. Now that the flag is being removed, or has been removed, you can assume Hill will stay at Mississippi State. But how do you think he will be received by some of the fans who are upset with what he said and the change of the flag?
Well, Sonia, if you know me very well, you know one of the that I would suggest to him is that, you don't care about what somebody thinks
about. That's right.
You keep doing what you're doing, and that's what he should do.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, it's his ability and his athleticism that's bringing glory to the state and to
Thank you.
So, if he decides to go and, like he said, he wanted to sit out, if he decides to go to a university, then that's God's plan for him. But
right.
at the end of the day, individuals shouldn't be concerned about those people that want to be stuck in the past. This is 2020.
2020.
There is no way in the world that we should have an attitude of 1950 or 1940. Those individuals that choose to have that, then, let them find their way to their own little corner of the world and sadness as a result of this flag being removed. But for the rest of us that want to see progress, that want to see our state reach its full potential, and we welcome this. And I hope that our players, every school that plays in the state of Mississippi, realize that the outside noise has nothing to do with your ability to do what you need to do and be the best person and best player you can be.
Man, you preach that.
Oh,
So, I totally agree with everything you're saying. Absolutely. So I just pray that he stays safe. If he does decide to stay, and I read some of the comments on last week when he announced that he was leaving,
right?
And it was not pretty. Never is. And a lot of that is to keep people in bondage. With the
right.
trying to keep you angry and or talking about you or pulling out guns on you while you're protesting. It's to make you afraid so you can sit down and be quiet. But I don't think we're going to be quiet anymore. I think everybody is eternally awake.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So what other opportunities will possibly come to the state now that the flag is gone?
I can't speak to the opportunities, but I can speak to, let me rephrase that. I can't speak to what may come next, but the opportunities could be NCAA tournament series for basketball can come for women, regionals. Hopefully, one day we'll be able to have a stadium big enough to host the NCAA basketball tournament. One of my dreams has always been to have NFL preseason games played here.
Yes.
So there's a lot that can be done here. This state is full of opportunities, and we just have to, as a people, as leaders, be able to find those opportunities and try to convince folks to come our way. And it's up to our, to be honest with you, it's up to our economic development authority here, MDA, start reaching out to more corporations about housing. Because right now, we do not have a single Fortune 500 company based out of the state of Mississippi.
Wow.
The state of Alabama has one. I think New York has like 54, California 52. So the numbers change back and forth.
That's crazy.
But we don't have a single Fortune 500 company based here, and that, first and foremost, should change.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about businesses. So hopefully now that the flag is gone, some companies will possibly come here. Even, doing movies back, here. I know one of my soror, I can never pronounce her name. Angela. I'm about to say Angela.
Right.
Yeah, that played Maddie Moss Clark in the Clark Sister movie. She vowed to never do another movie here again. Yesterday, now that the flag is gone, because she's originally from Mississippi, and she's HBCU grad from Tougaloo, and she said that now that the flag has been lifted, she will advocate for more film coming to Mississippi. And so that is a great thing. That's great for the economy, and it's just a good look for us, period. So
correct.
We shall see. So
that's correct.
Well, Representative Bell, thank you so much for joining me today. Please tell the listeners how they can follow you on social media.
Well, you can follow me at Representative Christopher Bell on Twitter and Representative Christopher Bell on Facebook.
Okay. And you can follow me at She Say Sports on Facebook and She Say Sports 23 on IG. So that's my show for today. Until next time, this is Sonia with She Say Sports. I'll see you on the radio.